Hi. I would send this out in email, which I have, but I wanted to put it on YouTube so more people would see it. I'm reading excerpts from Lee Iacocca's book, which is called Where Have All the Leaders Gone? He's a real great patriot. If you don't remember who this man is, he is the one who developed the Mustang for Ford, and he rescued Chrysler from death throes. He's now 82 years old and has this new book, Where Have All the Leaders Gone? Lee Iacocca says, and I will quote, "Am I the only guy in the country who's fed up with what's happening? Where the hell is the outrage with this so-called president? We should be screaming bloody murder. We've got a gang of tax-cheating, clueless leftists trying to steer our ship of state right off a cliff. We've got corporate gangsters stealing us blind, and we can't even run a ridiculous cash for clunkers program without losing $26 billion of taxpayers' money, much less build a hybrid car. But instead of getting mad, everyone sits around and nods their heads, and when the politicians say, 'Trust me, the economy is getting better.' Better? You gotta be kidding. This is America, not the damn Titanic. I'll give you a soundbite. Throw all the Democrats along with Obama out. You might think I'm getting senile, that I've gone off my rocker, and maybe I have, but someone has to speak up, and I hardly recognize this country anymore. The most famous business leaders are not negotiators, but guys in handcuffs. While we're fiddling in Afghanistan, Iran is completing their nuclear bombs and missiles, and nobody seems to know what to do. And the liberal press is waving pom-poms instead of asking hard questions. That's not the promise of the America our parents and your parents traveled across the ocean for. I've had enough. How about you? I'll go a step further. You can call yourself a patriot if you're not You can't call yourself a patriot if you're not outraged. This is a fight that I'm ready and willing to have. The biggest C is crisis. Leaders are made, not born. Leadership is forged in times of crisis. It's easy to sit there with your thumb up your butt and talk theory, or send someone else's kids off to war when you've never even seen a battlefield yourself. It's another thing to lead when the world has come tumbling down. On Sunday, September 11th, 2001, we needed a strong leader more than any time in our history. We needed a steady hand to guide us out of the ashes. A hell of a mess, and here's where we stand. We're immersed in bloody war now with no plan for leaving or winning. Our soldiers are dying daily. We're running the biggest deficit in the history of the world, and it's getting worse every day. We've lost the manufacturing edge to Asia, while our once great companies are getting slaughtered by healthcare costs. Gas prices are going to skyrocket again, and nobody in power has the lucid plan to open drilling to solve the problem. The country has the largest reserves in the world, and we cannot drill for it because the politicians have been bought by the flea-hugging environmentalists. Our schools are in complete disaster because of teacher unions. The borders are like sieves, and they want to give the illegals amnesty and free health care. The middle class is being squeezed to death every day. These are times that cry out for leadership. But you look around and ask, where have all the leaders gone? Where are the curious, creative communicators? Where are the people of character, courage, conviction, omnipotence, and common sense? I may be a sucker for alliteration, but I think you get the point. Name me a leader who has a better idea of homeland security than making us take off our shoes in airports and throwing away our shampoo. We've spent billions of dollars building a huge bureaucracy, and all we know how to do is react to things after they've happened. Everyone's hunkering down, fingers crossed, and hoping the government will make it better for them. Now that's crazy. Deal with life. Name me an industrial leader who's thinking creatively about how we can restore a competitive edge in manufacturing. Who would believe there could ever be a time when the big three referred to are Japanese car companies? How did this happen? And more important, look what Obama did about it. Name me a government leader who can articulate a plan for paying down the debt or solving the energy crisis or managing health care problem. The silence is deafening. But there are crises. These crises are eating away at our country and milking the middle class dry. I have news for the Chicago gangsters in Congress. We didn't elect you to turn the country into a losing European socialistic state. What is everybody afraid of? Some bonehead on NBC or CBN News will call them a name? Give me a break. Why don't you guys show some spine for a change? Had enough? Hey, I'm not going to try and be the voice of gloom and doom. I'm trying to light a fire. I'm speaking out because I have hope. I believe in America. In my lifetime, I've had the privilege of living through some of America's greatest moments and experienced some of the worst crises. The Great Depression, World War II, the Korean War, Kennedy assassination, Vietnam War, 1970s oil crisis, and struggle of recent years since 9/11. Make your own contribution by sending this to everyone you know and care about. It's our country, folks, and it's our future, and our future is at stake. Let's get the rookie out of the White House. Unquote. Thank you for listening.